Are we live? Oh, we're live right now?
Hells yeah.
All right, let's get to it. Welcome to the Overheard podcast, recorded live in Banff. My name is Dan Rudel. With me always is my co-host.
We got Matty Rage in the house. Let's go.
What's good, baby? How's the week?
Oh, God, busy.
Yeah, man, you had a wild week, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Big show last night?
Big show last night. Yeah, we played with Authority Zero.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Wicked fucking punk band out of... They're from all over the place. I asked them where they're from. They said they were originally from Texas, and then they got buddies from everywhere. But really cool punk band. And then the Core as well, which is old members of Blacked Out.
Okay,
from Banff. So Morgan and those guys, I'm sure everybody has seen them around once in a while. But yeah, they killed it. Absolutely shredded it. They're on tour with those guys.
Nice.
And we got to open up with All the Time Everywhere. So I'm doing bass with those guys now, as well as doing the guitar in my band. So busy, and then DJ sets and work and band practices. There was something else in there I did too. I can't remember. There was something else this week. But how was your week?
Lots of projects on the horizon. Mine's the same thing, man. Been real busy.
Nice.
Just got back from the Grizzly House staff golf tournament.
Ooh, I know. I'm cheesed. I missed that.
Yeah, big shout out to Fran for putting that on. We were just playing a 9-hole best ball.
Nice.
Having a great time down there.
Who
it was snowing last night.
Who won?
So, it's still going down right now. I had to duck out. I played 5 holes.
Oh, nice.
Left my team out there looking good though. So yeah, hopefully Billy, Julie, and our boy Sean is out there holding down.
Sean's on the course?
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
I bet he's just loving it out there.
He's doing great. He definitely brought the style to the team for sure.
Yeah,
he was holding the stees down for most of us for sure.
How did I know?
Yeah, other than that, been working. Work's been busy.
Yeah.
Weather's been crazy. We had some snow the past 2 days. Tons of Americans in town right now, which is kind of awesome.
Yeah, the snow was wild. I walked out there yesterday. We loaded in the gear, and I was sitting there eating. It's like started dumping snow. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it was
End
wild.
of July or
We're
end
all
of June.
sitting there like, does it always snow in the month of June? Not usually, but
well, I mean, the ski hill was open last year for Canada Day.
I think they talked about it. They didn't end up doing it. Did they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was open.
They
had
it?
I think it was strawberry.
They did. You're
Yeah,
right.
so they had
I think
like a
I was
little-
like, yeah, pass.
Yeah, it looked absolutely insane up there.
It would have been nuts for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I know I've heard of some people going out still doing some touring stuff. I'm like pretty clued into some Facebook pages for mountaineering and
Nice.
stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, a couple of like local dudes have been still going out and getting it, like Emner and some other lines in
like
the Moraine
now?
Lake. Yeah, like they take the bus, the Moraine Lake bus from Lake Louise, and then they hike from the bus stop and then take their touring
That's
gear.
wild.
Yeah, it's insane.
I know on
Insane.
the ice field you can do that all summer long. Like I don't get it. It's wild. I don't think the conditions are probably that safe, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Kinda
It's a
sketch.
little out of my comfort zone personally, just because like the temperature differences right now, especially if you look at last night, it would have been -2 at one point in town because it was
Yeah.
snowing in town.
yeah,
And then it would have got up to what? It's probably like 8 or 10 degrees right now. So
Yeah.
it's like a pretty
it
big
was warming
change.
up quick this morning. Well, we unloaded all the gear and went back. Came back, went to Mel's for breakfast. I hadn't been there forever.
Yeah, dude.
Had my boy John Michaels serving us breakfast, shooting the shit about the show last night and music stuff. But great breakfast at Mel's. Shout out.
Shout out to Mel's.
Oh,
Big
bro.
shout out John Michaels. He's got a show coming up, I think, with the kids. The School of Rock show is coming up.
Well, they do have a showcase as well. So I think it's Thursday at Banff Sizzlers. Said Jesus Christ, Banff Sizzlers. That one messed me
Yeah,
up.
that's the showcase for the metal
Banff
festival.
Fest, yeah.
Right on.
It should be a good one, and the boys will be playing down there. So if anybody's choosing to partake on Thursday evening, partake in some metal.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's punk.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I think it's everything.
Cross genre, I would
Cross
say.
intergenre.
Cross genre. Anyways, you might be wondering why it's just the two of us here. We promised you Mike Webb and as well as BusX
We did.
Eamon. We recorded an interview with them yesterday. I think Eamon had some family coming to town. They were going to do some Jasper, some tourist stuff, heading out of town. So we got them in here yesterday to record with us. We had a great time. These kids are awesome, putting on Elevate 360 events. We're going to touch a little bit into it on the interview, but basically it's like you go to a club to see a DJ.
Yeah.
They're set up in a booth. They're set up, maybe elevated somewhere. You can't really see them doing their thing. The whole point of the Elevate 360 is they put the DJ right in the middle of the dance floor with everyone. And I've seen them actually set up a camera that's like super
cool.
sick.
Yeah.
So you can see what the DJ's doing on the decks, and then you just have everyone kind of like bouncing behind them.
Yeah,
It is
sweet,
like
dude. They're awesome.
all time. We touched base with them yesterday. Should we cut to that, Matt? What do you think?
Yeah, let's get to it. And we'll see what these guys got to say.
Let's give the people what they want. We're going to cut to the interview here. Big thank you again to BusX as well as Mike Webb for coming in yesterday, taking the time out of their day to come and shed some light on the dance music scene. Let's cut to it. Welcome to the Overheard podcast. We are here for episode 20. My name is Daniel Rudel. With me always is my co-host.
We got Matty Rage. Let's go.
Our very, very special guest this week. We got a couple newish Banff locals. We'll dive into that in just a little bit. We got Eamon and Mike Webb, also known as BusX and Mike Webb. Welcome to the show, boys. How we doing?
I'm going well. Thanks for having us on.
Nice.
Right on. Thank you so much for coming by and chatting with us today. Let's get right into it. Let's start a little bit. Where are you guys from? When did you get to Banff?
I am from near Byron Bay. It's like it's on the coast of Queensland, South Wales. I've been in Banff since March. Pretty crazy. Almost 2.5 years now.
Nice, man. What about yourself, Mike?
I'm from the sunny coast, back home. I moved here. When did I move here? October last year.
Okay, so
so
you're still new.
About 8 months.
Freshy.
Nice, man.
Getting my first summer here. It's been so much fun.
It's pretty wild. You haven't even really gotten into summer just yet. Like the weather's been pretty bad so far. Like snow overnight last night and the night before. Pretty wild.
It's crazy.
How's the experience been coming from Australia? Obviously, pretty big difference in scenery.
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you guys?
Mate, it's been pretty unreal. Like I've never been lived in a town before where something's going on every single night.
For sure.
Compared to back home where you still got a party scene obviously, but it's
gotta wait for the weekend.
Yeah. You have families, got your routine Monday to Friday. There's kind of fuck all going on, and then Saturday night you're sweet, get to DJ, and then you're waiting the next weekend. Here it's have a gig on the Sunday night, and then you're playing 2 nights later, and
for sure you can stack events multiple events a week, which is pretty awesome.
Go out any night of the week if you want. There's just always something on, which is
that's a good point, man.
sick.
I always forget about the Monday to Friday grind. I've been here 10 years, and we just we just don't do that here. It's just
it feels
Monday,
there's
Tuesday
no
off.
days of the week here. It's just
everybody's got a different Friday, Saturday. It's it's insane, man. It's cool,
my weekend's usually Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, which it's just kind of always been like that. You get your days off during the week, and like you said, I think the fact that people don't really have family here and people come from all over the world to enjoy this place, they always want to be out enjoying it. No one wants to be at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to be out hanging out with your friends, especially.
There's not a huge family dynamic here. It's younger generations kind of chilling out, and there are elderly folks here, but there's not a massive amount of families.
For sure. I would definitely your friends are your family. That's I think
time.
that's
spot on.
A cricket quote. I got cricket from over at the Elk. What are some of the highlights you guys of the stuff you've done since you've been here? Is it been nature stuff? Has it been
mostly some of the hikes.
Nice.
What are some of your faves?
Rundle, Castle.
Oh, you did them? Yeah, nice.
Haven't done Temple yet. Need to do Temple this summer before I head off.
How'd you like Rundle?
It was good.
Yeah,
I think
it's a bit of a slug.
Big time.
Yeah, the top sucks, dude. That last 2 hours, you're just in shale, not moving.
Top, man. At one point, I was how am I gonna get down? And not at the top, but the last little grind up. I kept taking one step up and sliding down, and then at one point, I'm just looking around. I'm how am I gonna get down from here, man? And it was totally fine going down. But,
it's so worth it though.
For sure.
The view from the top.
Oh yeah, it's nuts.
So you haven't done any hikes yet?
Mate, I only did tunnel for the first time last week, and even then I got to the top and I was fucking exhausted.
Oh yeah, dude, it's the elevation up here just messes you up. You think you're good to hike, and then the first 15 minutes you're I might have to just turn around. I think I might die.
I think it's just because I've been drinking beer every night over the winter, so I do something physical, and I'm just
just DJ until 3 a.m.
literally
trying to do hikes.
just drink grog all the time and eat shit food. And then
God.
go to do some physical activity, and it's just like the body's.
I'm not proud of this, but I think it took me
Adjust
like
to
a
it.
couple years to go up tunnel for the first
Yeah,
time
yeah.
myself. So, yeah,
Really?
Like
Oh my
I was
God.
never really like into hiking and stuff until the last like couple years.
Well,
for
I lived
sure.
up there when I first moved here, so
Yeah.
I went up there a lot. Yeah, I was like living right up at the HI, so I just
Oh,
like hiked
yeah,
up.
like
sweet.
about
Yeah,
halfway
sick.
up,
Yeah.
man. Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
It's
was
pretty
fucking
crazy because like where we live, it's like literally like just behind our place. And yeah, I was telling one of my mates I did it the other day, and he's like, "Have you been here for like 8 months?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's just like never really because it's
Get
just
around
like
to it,
there.
yeah.
Like I've never really thought to like actually go and do it."
Nice.
And then yeah,
Not like you can do it in the winter.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Just
yeah,
like roll
true.
around.
Yeah, you can do
Yeah.
it in the winter. It's just like
Probably
I
not
don't
that
know.
fun.
I'm
Not ideal.
No,
I'm not a fan of winter hiking. My partner
Yeah.
Nat, she loves winter hiking. Like she's up tunnel 2-3 times a week, even in the winter, like
Oh,
with
yeah,
spikes
right.
on and
Yeah,
stuff. For me, I'm
yeah.
like, yo,
Yeah,
forget about it,
It's
man.
a bit much.
Like I go
Yeah.
touring, so if I'm gonna be hiking, I want to ride down for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that something you guys are into? You into skiing, snowboarding? Is that why you
Yeah.
guys are here?
yeah. Snowboarding.
Yeah, sick. Did you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
enjoy that last winter or what?
Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's
Yeah.
pretty sick. I don't know. Like I feel like a lot of Banff locals or people that have like skied elsewhere were like a little bit critical of it. They're like,
100%.
oh, this
Yeah,
hasn't been
dude.
like our best winter, but like I've never done like a full ski season before. So like
Yeah.
anytime there was like any sort of like snow or powder, I was like,
It's just
I
frothing.
think so.
For sure. Like, I think we get
Yeah.
kind of like posh to the snow conditions. Like
Yeah.
I got buddies that like, oh, I'm not going out unless it's like 10 centimeters or 15
Yeah.
centimeters. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, there's
Yeah.
some great days out there that are
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like a little dust on crust.
Yeah,
and whatever.
exactly.
100%. Especially when you've grown up around it and you're just used to having like the best conditions.
For sure. I can definitely like, I'm a little jaded myself. In
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like, I was like,
yeah.
oh, last winter, like,
Yeah.
snow sucked this
winter. It was
horrible. It was
It wasn't horrible. There just wasn't as many like backcountry days as I wish.
I was just kidding. I
could.
didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't ride this year. Yeah, you know that.
You
I got
guys
no
skate
riding.
as well? You snowboarder?
I'm a snowboarder, but I go
Sick.
ski touring. So like,
Yeah, right.
we'll go backside of Wawa Ridge or like
Yeah.
Rock Isle or
sick,
just certain
nice.
places. Like after riding the resort for what I got here in 2009, so like going on 16 years.
Yeah.
Like you can ride the resort on a POW day, and then you can go touring the next 3-4 days and just
Oh,
go find
nice.
good snow as long as the
Yeah.
conditions are there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something that I'm like. That's a big part of what keeps me here for sure.
Sick.
You guys got plans on staying here long term, or is this kind of just like a pit stop for you guys? What's the deal?
I'm leaving in August.
'Kay.
With hoping, like hopes to come back.
Yeah, right on.
Nice.
We'll see though. Just working on getting another visa.
For
Yeah.
sure.
It's not as easy as I wish it was, but yeah, gonna do my best to come back.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Constantly changing too the visa. Like I
Yeah.
know I did the same
Yeah.
thing. I went to Australia for a little bit back in the day, and it's like not always the easiest thing. People don't really realize
Yeah.
like the people that come over here from Australia, like you come here, you fall in love with the place, you kind of fall into a space in the community like you guys have hosted
Yeah.
these sick parties with Elevate 360. If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. Yeah, like how do you guys feel about that?
I don't even really want to think about it, to be honest. Like, I've still got another year and a half, I suppose, but I got like no plans of going anywhere.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like, it's just, like we said before, it's like so different over here, but it's like a good different. And like, we're both, I suppose, like really busy with like throwing our events and stuff and DJing and like working and seeing people, but it's like a good busy. Never really feel like at least for me, like I don't really
Actually
feel like I'm
working.
burning out because I'm just
Yeah.
like enjoying everything that I'm doing.
For sure.
So yeah, the thought of like, having to move back home where I'm like just doing kind of fuck all until like Sunday night. I'm like,
Doing the
oh,
grind, yeah.
Don't want to go back to that.
No doubt. What are you guys
yeah.
doing for work in town?
I was working at the Eddie Burger Bar at the moment,
Cool.
and then
Good
doing a
spot.
bit of food running up at Brew Pub as well,
Oh, cool. Nice.
just above where we throw the chat room events. So yeah, just doing that at the moment.
Sweet.
Yeah,
I'm just full-time music, full-time events.
Lucky
The
you.
years.
Lucky
Yeah.
you.
must be nice.
That's what I need to
nice.
It's
get
only
into.
recent, but yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Right
Thanks,
on.
Rat.
Congratulations.
man. That's
Yeah, thank you.
2 DJs now that we have had on the podcast. It just
Hops as well.
Yeah.
Hops in as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
She's killing it. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
big shout out
yeah.
to Hops, releasing
Yeah.
tracks and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was digging into your SoundCloud actually. You
Yeah,
had some
yeah.
great mixes on there.
Yeah, thank you.
How would you guys describe your style, would you say? Like you guys definitely flow through different genres. Is there something that you prefer more than the others?
I think for me, big time, I'm always changing my sound in a set. I think Mikey's more hitting the head on the house, and that's about it.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
bit kind of like you guys with your snow. I'm a bit snooty when it comes to like, I like to play one kind of genre. Just more of that like groovier, like deep minimal stuff of not like too fast and in your face, but just something where you can kind of dance to for like, 2 or 3 hours and not feel like you have to go outside for like take a break or whatever. Like
For sure.
Stand there and just like have fun with your mates and everything.
You would not have fun at one of my sets. You'd be like, what is the fuck on here, dude?
Yeah,
Like,
Matt's got a pretty hard style.
yeah. It's,
What stuff are you playing?
lately, like a lot of melodic dub, rhythm, tear out.
right.
Big D&B guy.
Yeah.
I get booked for D&B a lot, but yeah, dub's always good. Like I like blasting people's faces off and breaking rails. So
A real bass goblin.
oh yeah, dude. So I should tell this story, I guess. So was that yesterday, Saturday? Had a hell of a day. Super busy. Come
Yeah,
home,
it was wild.
and somebody out here was playing like somebody at the Moxie Hotel because they have like that courtyard now.
Yeah.
Somebody was out there playing, but it was not like good at all. And I was really pissed off. So, because it's been construction there for like 5 years, so I essentially haven't slept in 5 years. So I said, fuck it. I took the decks out, got the big old studio monitors out, pointed them right towards the hotel, and literally shattered them with tear out for like 40 minutes. And I was on the mic. I'm like, let's fucking go, Foxy! Make some noise! It was awesome, man. I got my little bit of payback there. But
You showed me the video earlier, so maybe we can cue it up for the live show. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's awesome.
so funny. Just the speakers facing out off the patio, and it's so
it was
fucking
so
loud.
Yeah, I need to see that.
it was so loud, dude. Like
That's so good.
my roommate came home, he loved it because he hasn't slept in either. But
Yeah.
he's like, "Let's go, dude!" He's like, on the balcony throwing down. People are walking by, like, "What is going on up there?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, to a regular like music listener, tear out is probably pretty aggressive.
I would say so.
Yeah.
As a traditional
What is
music
Terra? I
lover.
don't think I've like heard of that.
It's like the heaviest dub. Just
I feel like it's like the metal version of electronic music.
Yeah.
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 Like, if you can make the
It is,
decks
yeah.
scream,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what you know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Right.
That's
Oh, they would have loved that then.
yeah.
Everyone's
it
sitting
was,
outside having a nice quiet beer.
One.
and they were just like trying to hype the crowd up. I'm like, you didn't even do a transition. You just played another track. What are you doing? That was bad.
I mean, sometimes I guess we can be overcritical when people share the same track.
Yeah.
Who are some of your guys' musical influences? Who are you listening to? Some of your faves?
Mate, for me, it's like always changing. A lot of my
Yeah,
kind of
big
like
time.
inspiration, I suppose, comes from like a lot of smaller like house music artists that are big in the scene in like England and stuff, which is I
Okay.
suppose like not a lot of people would like really have heard of or like know. Not because they're
Cool.
like super like undiscovered or anything, but just they're not like well known names.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
Brian,
running
sure.
tighter circles.
Yeah,
basically,
yeah,
Yeah,
100%. So, yeah, for me, it's just like my Instagram feed now is literally just like record labels or
Cool.
like house DJs and stuff. So I wouldn't say there's like one particular kind of like person
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I'm like draw massive inspo from. It's just like always keeping an ear out for like fresh stuff and
Yeah.
seeing
That's the
what's
biggest
working
thing,
and
100%.
Well, for
day.
sure.
Yeah.
I think as a DJ, you
Yeah.
got to be connected, right? You
Yeah.
got to
Yeah.
be checking out different scenes. And again, probably knowing those smaller artists and those smaller circles, being clued
Yeah.
into those, will like give you an advantage, right? When you're
Yeah,
out there trying
that's
to put
where
sets
most
together.
of the really good stuff comes from
100%.
those
yeah.
unknown artists, and they're kind of like the ones you throw into your sets, and you get asked, where'd you get these?
Yeah,
What
where'd
is
you
this
get that?
song? Yeah.
That's always
It's
good.
the
Like,
best
what
feeling.
was
Yeah.
that?
Best
What
feeling
was that
ever.
banger? Like 10 minutes
Track
in, it's
ID,
like,
track ID.
It's like a good feeling, Mark, because like if you're like pushing that like kind of music and then you have like people come up to you and be like, oh, what tunes is this, whatever, you're like, fuck, it's good to know they're actually like frothing it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Song
Well, I
choice.
think like
song choice, man, just like as a DJ, song choice is like you could literally
That's
be a
it.
horrible DJ
Yeah.
and like barely put a transition together, but if you are hammering bangers, people are gonna think that it was a it's gonna be a good set either way.
Yeah, 100%.
It'll
Sure.
turn- it like it's just a matter of time. So
For
that's-
sure.
it's like 90% of it, man.
And I think, like, especially with you guys being from Australia, I think Australia does a really good job of doing that within their own scene. Like, it's a scene that cultivates itself. Like, from my time in Australia, I've found tons of great acts and musicians that
hell
I
yeah.
never would have heard about.
Yeah.
But they're super popular in their own scene in Australia. And same thing,
Yeah.
I'm sure, is in the UK, right? So,
Yeah.
One of my favorite DJs is actually from Australia.
Yeah.
Phase One.
Phase
Phase
one.
one.
Yeah, the kid fucking kills it. You want to blow your face off? There you go.
That's
phase,
it.
phase one will get you going. But
Yeah, right.
yeah, there's some tons of good stuff out of there.
Yeah, it's been, like Australia's been pushing like some good artists. I think just because like back home, if you like really do want to make it in the industry, like you have to work almost harder than people compared to like
Yeah.
people from like the States or England, just because like
Just to break out.
yeah,
Yeah,
and, like
yeah,
our scene's
big
just
time.
nowhere near as big as like anywhere else in the world, really.
Yeah, yeah, good
so
point.
like yeah,
As
for-
far as like numbers, right?
yeah, numbers
for
and reach,
sure.
or it's not as easy. Like you've got like DJs in England who kind of get to that like well-known level, and then they've got opportunities to tour all around England, and then just pop across to Europe and
For
do
sure.
all
Yeah.
those tours. But like as an Australian artist, you have to really get to the level of like Dom Dollars and Fishers and El Paradises to start like actually touring and everything. So
Well, I also think like due to maybe proximity or lack of proximity, I feel like the social
Yeah.
media in Australia as well is very much isolated in that sense. Like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
not getting
good point.
so much
Yeah.
content from overseas. I felt when I was there.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
being
spot
North
on.
America,
just like
it's
due to how the algorithms work and that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
So it kind of like maybe isolates, like does
100%. Yeah, definitely.
pretty wild stuff. So the reason we wanted to have you guys in was I got put on to these Elevate 360 parties, and I keep seeing these stories, these videos of you guys' parties, man, and they're looking wild. So what is an Elevate 360 party like for those that haven't been to one? How would you describe it?
It's pretty much just the same as any event, except the DJ's situated on the dance floor with the
Sick.
crowd. The DJ's pretty much part of the crowd.
Nice.
It's like a very intimate kind of setting. Yeah, just the crowd's in front, beside, behind, just from all angles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
People
just
can
a
spill
pa-
drinks on
part of
your
the
decks really
party.
easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So yeah, a totally different vibe. Normally, right? You go to a show, DJ's up in a booth somewhere.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't even see them, or they're
Yeah.
elevated. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Lost lands, they're like you just like it's a massive wall, and then there's
Yeah.
just like this tiny excisions just up there like this big.
So changing the game up, getting the DJs in the middle of the party, which is awesome. The videos are unreal.
Oh yeah, they're nuts. I was watching those when you were sending them over to me, and I'm like, damn, I gotta
Yeah,
get to one
those
of
are
these.
just little sneak
Big
peeks.
time.
So if you haven't been to one, definitely get to one soon. There's Discotheque coming up. We'll plug that a little bit later. What are like some of the obstacles you find? Obviously, you got the crowd right in your face. Do you like get a bunch of your boys to like stand by to make sure no one messes with you? Has anyone like try to grab on the decks? Like, I feel like that's a
Absolutely.
big no-no if you're there to enjoy the music. People kind
Yeah.
of know not to do that, right?
Yeah, we always do have some people who don't really get the whole idea, and they're touching stuff, trying to get in the DJ's way. But a year on, like when we first started, it was definitely a lot harder. We didn't have the whole setup. Now we've got some barriers at the front to kind of protect that area. And then, get a couple of the boys either side of the table, just
Nice.
kind of
making
not
sure.
really security, but
just making
closest
just making
thing
sure.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Posting
yeah,
up,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
So
sick.
there's only
Screen
so
everyone
much
away.
you can do, and we get
Yeah.
that. We understand the risks, but it's all for a good
Yeah.
good reason. So
Oh yeah.
It's awesome.
go
man,
for it,
for
yeah.
sure.
So what are you guys
Yeah.
using for decks out there? What are you guys?
we've
pioneering
switched
decks?
up so many times. When we first started, we were just using a little deck like that.
Nice.
It's like a Flex 400. And then we invested in some Denons. We had some troubles with those, so sent them back, and now we're using RX3s.
Nice.
It's
So
like-
you have the Dead and Prime?
The Denon SC Live 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
My buddy just bought a really sick set XDJ, like the 3000s or something. They're like insane. It was like $3,500.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
what?
not cheap
Actually, he
stuff.
sent me these for my birthday.
I once
It's pretty
learned
sick,
on
yeah.
CDJs.
You learned
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
CDJs.
Yeah, my buddy used to
Oh,
grab
that's-
these
yeah.
all at these launch parties, and my buddy would bring his decks. and,
Burning
like,
CDs. Oh god, that would suck.
flipping through the catalog, man, like
Yeah.
stacks of CDs.
Yeah.
It was pretty
Yeah.
crazy. Back
We
then.
played before Felix Cartel.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
it's
in town
Sasquatch.
few months ago. That was
Nice.
now, I think. And like up until then, we'd just been playing on like computer and stuff. And
Yep.
Yeah.
they organised like to get these CDJs in, and we came in like before the club opened. And so we looked at each other just frothing because we haven't played on CDJs in so long.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's just so
It's a
nice to
luxury.
like not be like cramped up and look at a computer screen. Like you just stick USB in.
Yeah.
You just got so much
Yeah.
room, space, and we were just like.
Loving
We
it.
literally like, can we come in like 2 hours before, like early, so we
Yeah,
can just like
sick.
get another
Yeah.
mix and
Have a mess around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get used to where all the extra shit is, and
Yeah.
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 like I got these the other day, and because I DJ in VR, pretty much like that's all I do. So I'm
Yeah.
blindfolded, pretty much
Yeah,
the
true.
whole time on DJing because I have a fucking headset on. And then you're trying to look through the nose gap. I was trying to use these, and like the whole effect section's in a different spot. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you'd have to get
like
to
turning
that,
my mic
right?
gain up because that's where my old effects were. It's just like you got it. Like it's just muscle memory, man. As soon as you get like, used to a set of decks,
Yeah.
you just like that's it. Like you got to take a minute to like ease in. You know.
If you could
Yeah,
build
for
your
sure.
ideal setup, what would it be?
There you go.
Oh,
I'd almost say that the CDJ 3000s are like,
yeah.
The
it's
cream of
got
the crop.
everything you need,
Yeah.
realistically.
yeah.
Like, I can't really think of anything else to really add.
My buddy's
No,
set.
but yeah, that setup, the 3000s are just like the best.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
you're
good,
looking
yeah.
like 10, 15K.
Per, right? Maybe
Oh,
two of them.
Well, no,
Oh,
for
for
like
the
a
whole
four deck,
setup?
for a four deck
Oh,
setup
four
and a mixer, like you're looking,
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're 10, 15K like for that whole rig.
Great.
I know because a couple of my buddies have them and they've sent pictures.
Yeah,
and
no
I was like,
shit.
how much is that? They're like,
You don't want to know.
no,
Yeah.
you don't want to know, man. Like,
Yeah, I don't
that's
know.
rough,
Like,
but-
I'm trying to remember. It was so long ago, man. My buddy, shout out Pat
Yeah.
Copeland, used to throw these cottage parties back in the day. We would just like post up at a cottage for like 2 days with the decks and like, yeah, go nuts.
that's a good time, man.
Right.
How many of these Elevate 360 parties have you guys done so far?
I couldn't tell you exactly off the top of my head. I think it's 9 or 10.
Okay.
Cool.
Got the 1 year anniversary coming up for the next one. So we did the first one in June last year. And the next one will be the 1 year anniversary. I think we've had 2 months off, so I think about 9 or 10.
Okay,
Cool.
sick. So
Yeah.
something's happened with some type of frequency as well.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of a cool way to do it. Like if you're doing it so often, it could kind of become repetitive.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
loses its charm.
I
for
once
sure.
worked at a bar in Australia. It was called the Clarendon Hotel. It was in Newcastle, and they did these events where Triple J would come in and send
Oh,
DJs,
yeah.
but they only did it like 4 or 5 times a year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it would like the place would go off
Yeah,
because
I got
people would
it.
be waiting for these like Sunday
Yeah,
Fun Day
exactly.
events, right?
Yeah.
So it's,
Well, that's
I
the thing. If you play too much, you just like wash out your crowd, right? Like, they're
Yeah.
like, why would I go to that event when I can just go see them tomorrow at another cheaper event? You know? What I
Yeah,
mean? It's like-
exactly.
it's the same thing. Like a lot of times when like our bands play shows, they'll have what they have. Like it's a no play agreement. So it's basically you're not playing any shows within the local area
Yeah.
within like 30, 60 days of the event if it's a big event.
Oh,
Just so
right.
Yeah, really.
yeah, just so that like it's like well, go see us at the music festival.
Yeah, true.
Not go see us at like a pub for free. It's basically
Fair.
like
Yeah.
they don't want their crowd to just like say fuck that, I'll just go see them here.
well,
Yeah.
still, I think it's kind of cool. You guys will do like other nights as well that are a little bit more traditional. Like you had a minimal night at the lodge, was it a couple days ago?
Yeah, at the tap room.
The
Our
disco?
house.
Oh yeah, the Our House. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we do that
Nice.
every second Friday. That's away from Elevate 360.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like it, like you can see that you guys in 2 different settings, which is kind of cool. You can go see like at the lodge or whatever, and then go get some
Yeah.
tickets for the Elevate 360 event and party
Yeah.
with you guys
Cool.
in the middle.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
What I mean?
Yeah, they've been working like super well together. I think. 'cause
Yeah, the
it-
2 very different events.
Yeah,
No doubt.
just
Yeah.
giving people something like different to kind of go to. But like I see a lot of like of the same faces at both events though.
Yeah,
For sure.
Very
Like,
true.
it's
Yeah.
been awesome like ever since like starting up these like parties and stuff. Like people just come and they just bring like sick energy.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been like awesome to I suppose feel like created a bit of like a community around that. Of
Yeah, 100%.
you rock up and you kind of see those like familiar faces and they're just like having as good a time as they had at the last event.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, one thing I kind of noticed, like from my days partying, is it's become a lot more about the music in Banff
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah.
Like
Spot
people
on.
are
Which
going
is
to see
awesome.
acts like you guys that want these
Yeah.
new musical experiences. Versus like I used to just go to party, man. Like
Yeah,
we had
yeah,
top
yeah,
40
yeah.
DJs in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't more
Yeah.
about going to see a DJ or getting exposed to new music. We're just
Yeah.
like
Well, the
that's where you
DJ
went to
scene's
get
just
that.
gotten so mainstream in the past, like even 10 years. Like
Yeah.
just with festivals and everything, it's just like, especially in North America, like fuck, go to Lost Lands. There's like 40,000 people there, and then it's just nuts, man. Like the scene just got so big so fast that now people are just like, well, I'm in the music scene. Like I'm not like it is a rave, but like people are going there to see the DJ and do drugs.
for sure.
Yeah. Instead of
for
just
sure.
going there to do drugs and maybe
And
maybe there'll
maybe
be a
Maybe
DJ.
enjoy the
Yeah,
music
yeah,
a bit. Yeah. Proper. No, it's been good. Like I feel like people really now, like the last kind of like 6 months, they're like coming to these events like for the music and
Yeah.
like for like the party
For sure.
instead of just like being out for the sake of being out
Like
and
connecting
stumbling
with
in.
people that are like-minded
Yeah,
rather
spot
than
on.
just
Yeah,
yeah.
being out to get wasted.
Yeah,
You know what I
100%.
mean? So-
Yeah, just not going out and getting fucking shit face for no reason.
I feel
It's
like
just
like the partying scene has gotten a little more conscious in that effect. Like the younger generation, like you guys are a little bit more aware as to the consequences of taking it too far than we once were. You know what I mean? Like, they just do the byproduct. Any sick parties you guys have been to lately that weren't your own? You guys have been having a good time anywhere? You want to give a shout out or highlight, or you got anything coming up that you're going to that you're like hyped for?
I mean, there's been a few nights where I've like stumbled in and this guy called LT, local DJ in town.
LT,
he's
yeah.
fucking sick. He's an awesome dude.
He's been doing it for a long time, man.
Yeah.
He's been in this
Yeah.
town for a
Him and
long
Raven
time.
both.
Yeah, Raven
They've
too,
been
yeah.
holding down Sunday fun days at Rollers for like 11 years, I think.
Yes, like I
Just
big
those
shout
two
out
every
to Raven
Sunday.
too.
Yeah, they're smashing it.
Yeah.
And I've seen, you know, two DJs, Corey and Pablo.
Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
fucking like killing it at the moment too.
I used to live
They
right
do
next door
such
to
a good
Corey
job.
Pablo, actually.
Yeah,
It's a
they're-
pretty crazy living arrangement. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll get into it on the
Yeah,
pod with them
proper.
one day, but
No, they're doing a cracking job. Like I've come into Rollers a few times when they're playing, and like every single time they just have the whole place going nuts.
nice.
So yeah, they're smashing it.
Hops with the patio parties up on Elk.
Yeah,
I
Hops
haven't
with
been to the one this year, but last summer, I'm sure it's going to be the same this summer.
Yeah.
Those were always, some of my favorite days of the year.
Okay,
Up on
nice.
that patio on Elk,
Oh yeah, right.
Sick. So
Those are
yeah,
good vibes.
lots of good vibes coming from the town
Yeah.
of Banff.
No
Depending
doubt.
on whatever type of music you're into, it seems like there's
Yeah.
a party for you.
Yeah, big time.
That sounds awesome, man.
Yeah.
So is it just you two always, or do you guys have openers bring people in from, say Canmore, Summer to play with you guys, or is it usually just
Yeah, pretty much a different lineup for Elevate 360 anyway,
Yeah. Cool.
and Discotheque as well. Depending on the vibe of the show, we'll bring in different kinds of DJs.
Cool.
Mostly locals. Occasionally, we'll get a headliner from Calgary
Nice.
for Elevate 360s. But yeah, we try to keep it local.
Cool?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, the scene here is just getting bigger and bigger, man. Like,
That's what I mean. Like it
Pop
kind of
up.
blows me away how it's gone even in the past like 5 years of how it's evolved to where it is. It's
Okay.
Yeah.
really awesome to see. How'd you guys get into DJing? Something you just picked up along the way, or you just kind of like, is there a moment that you decided like that's what I want to do?
I'd always been into like electronic music. Never really considered getting into DJing. And then two of my best mates back home got into it, started doing really well, started getting gigs, went to their gigs, saw how much fun they were having. Thought I'd give it a go, and then never really got into it properly until I moved over here. Had like a month of not working, trying to find a job, trying to find accommodation. So I was just at the hostel for like a month straight, just, in my dorm, just, going at it.
Yeah.
And then, just ended up picking up a gig at High Rollers.
Cool.
First ever gig, and that's about it.
One to another,
yeah.
So you kind of blossomed here in the town of Banff. That's
Yeah, big
awesome to
time.
hear.
how long,
man.
did you,
That's sick.
how long did you play for before you got your first gig?
Probably about a year.
Okay,
I'd
cool.
say I was a bedroom DJ for about a year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hitting the year mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
There you go.
I think August will be about a year.
I think
Yeah.
that's kind of a
Well, you were
recurring
playing live for
theme.
the Moxie the other day.
Oh yeah. I nailed Moxie. Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was my first gig, I guess, for my band Moxie. Yeah,
so
I hope they
sick.
liked it.
I hope we can show the video for you guys. It's
Yeah.
going to be
Stick
so
it on the
funny.
resume, brother.
I think
yeah,
that's
dude.
like a common theme from especially the DJs and the musical acts that we have that have come on is like they just did it. You know what I mean? Like, what about
Yeah.
you, Mike? How did you kind of
He's got the
start?
best story.
Oh god.
Mate, I started like just heard like kind of like my first proper kind of like house music, I would say, like in the late years of high school, and got super into it. And there was a club, it's a club called Old Soul back home, which is
Cool.
where I got like my first kind of like opportunity in residency. And there was a group called Salado, who were like a big house music duo out of the UK.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
And they were playing at the club, and I was only like, I think I was like 17 at the time. And I was like, just so badly wanted to see them. And there was a couple of lads, a few years older than me in grade 12, who like just turned 18 and
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
they were going out, and I fucking snuck into the club to see them. Felt like just like the maddest kind of like little 17-year-old, just like in the club, like, all these adults, and I was like,
man.
I'm fucking sick. And then literally like half an hour in the sec, he just come over to me because I looked like I was about fucking 12, had no facial hair, and he was like, "What are you doing in here, mate?" And I was like, "Oh no, run." He's like, "Fucking 6'4", and he's like, "Come with me." Just like go to me. But then turned 18, in COVID and just like kept going to that club because like there's two guys, bloke who kind of like gave me my first opportunity, Paloma, DJ named Tim Sullivan, who's an absolute weapon.
Big shout out.
Yeah. He's like, he's done like a lot for me. That bloke, like he gave my first opportunity and like really brought me into the club and didn't just like leave it there. Like kind of took me under his wing a little bit and like really showed me a lot and like educated me on how to play, like push good quality music and play like open like warm up sets and how to like play close and everything.
How to be like more of a polished professional kind
Yeah.
of.
Well, you don't want to be stepping on people's toes, man. Like, you can't come in like.
There's a bit of like what's called like etiquette to it.
It's like if you go out and open and like, you're gonna throw down tear out and like rhythm to open, you're probably not gonna get booked again. You're gonna be like, dude, how are you gonna get any heavier than that? What the fuck happened? Like we're supposed to be building up tonight, not like
It's a marathon.
smash everybody's face off right off the
Literally,
beginning.
spot on.
sure.
Yeah. So like it's the same in VR. You gotta like know where your slot is and who you're playing with. Like for tomorrow night, I'm playing with a couple of rhythm and tarot guys, so I'm playing dubstep. Obviously, not gonna go in there and play liquid D&B when they're gonna come out and just rip everybody's face off. It's gonna sound dumb, right? So it's like it's a whole little niche-y thing where there's all these like little unwritten
like rules. You gotta like build coherence in your set.
Yeah.
And, like, not burn out the crowd.
Spot on.
Right.
I like Rita Broom and everything. Yeah, it plays more of like an important role than I think a lot of people realize too. Like it's depending on like what you get booked for or what slot or whatever, you can't just kind of like rock up to everything and just like play your fucking best tracks that you love. Like you gotta like curate the night and
I think that's a good point. I think I saw like Bunny Hop's post or something. It was like curating the vibes, and it's like that's kind of the idea. It's like how the ambience of the room feels based on the auditory, input or output that you guys are putting out. So
definitely.
It's a cool kind of way to look at it. I think people just see it as face value. You guys are just going up there and
hitting buttons.
playing. It's way more intricate than that for sure.
Yeah.
What's one surefire track that you guys think gets the crowd going? Can you name us a track off the top of your head? In case I want to check it out later.
God.
Like we were just touching on, it depends on the venue, depends on the vibe at the time.
Okay.
I think like peak of the night, if you play Inner Bloom, it's never gonna miss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Inner Bloom.
Any remix of Inner Bloom, Gimme Gimme.
Gimme.
Not a chance.
Oh my God.
I think I've seen like countless stories of Gimme remix getting played.
As much as I hate how
much
I play it, it never misses. Like it's the go-to. If the crowd's looking a bit dead, Gimmy's coming in.
Love it. Love it. What about you?
He
Mike?
hates
You
that.
shake my head. Not a chance.
He's like, fuck, no, please, not
No
again.
way. I don't know. Like, there's just like a couple of, there's like 3 or 4 edits I've got of just like well-known songs, like James Brown off that thing.
Yeah.
I've got a like edit of that, which I've had like on my USB for ages, and that one like always fucking pumps because it's just like that familiar kind of like vocal or song that people recognize, but it's like spun into like a groovy kind of like chuggy house kind of vibe.
That's it.
And there's me and Aaron both got this Ain't No Other Man like rework edit.
Okay, nice.
Which always like fucking pumps as well. But yeah, just probably like those two.
Okay,
Just
sick.
have,
So you
like, a
guys
little-
are putting in your own reworks and mixes in there as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, that too.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really played any of my stuff, but Eamon's been fucking
Getting as much out there as I can.
Yeah, that's sick, man.
Yeah.
If you can play it, get it out there.
Yeah.
It's right.
Yeah.
You have the opportunity to play it. You know what I mean?
And people
Mix
like
it in there.
frothing it as well. Like it's not just a kind of like pat on the back, like congratulations because you're my mate. Like if he like, no, you can't play. If he pulls out some of these tracks, people are actually like they're just frothing going off, and I'm like,
How does that make
maybe.
you feel? Like having
Unreal.
that direct feedback.
Yeah, best feeling ever.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be me
Yeah.
tonight. I got a big one tonight at the Rose.
Yeah, opening for Authority Zero tonight, man.
Oh,
It's gonna be
yeah,
huge.
should
You
be
guys,
soon.
you won't be seeing this until tomorrow. So
Yeah, right. Yeah, sorry.
can't really plug.
This will be last night for the viewers. Whenever, it'll be last night. I guess today, last night for you guys that are watching live, even though we're yesterday.
We're potting in the future.
Looks like I'm going out tonight.
Oh god.
Any future goals with DJing? Where are you guys heading next? What's the plan? More reworks?
Just kind of
more...
riding the wave, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah, just keep doing what we're doing, and I think it's only going to be a matter of time before, take it that next step further. Hopefully, anyway.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on. I think you just keep your head down, keep doing what you love, man. People
Yeah, exactly.
take notice.
Yeah,
like
okay.
I took notice right away as soon as I saw those events, those parties. Yeah, you guys are shaking things up, man. It's kind of cool. The Elevate 360 idea, I think, is great. Just from like seeing the footage, seeing the vibe, it looks like one hell of a time. So we got to tip our hats to you guys for that, for sure. Back to like your musical taste. This one's a little bit of a dark one.
This is
One
a sick
track
one.
to play at your funeral. What is it? Doesn't have to be dance
I'd
music.
almost
It could be
say
anything.
Inner Bloom again.
No, gimme.
No, gimme. No,
Actually, I'll
at the
rinse out of your
funeral.
funeral.
Oh god.
My funeral, geez, that's a good question. I don't know.
You said it doesn't have to be electronic?
No, it doesn't have
No,
to
it
be
could be
electronic.
anything,
Like Dixie Chicks Landslide.
Oh, probably Never Really Over by Katy Perry.
Okay.
Love that song.
Fair choice.
Froth it.
Fair
Yeah.
choice.
Maybe Movie by Tom Misch. I don't know
Okay.
if you've heard that.
I have not. No, I'll
Probably
have to check
my
it out.
favorite song of all time.
Like part of
It's,
this is just me trying to find cool tracks.
What about you? What about you?
For me, I don't know, man. Probably. If I had to say one,
Can't
like Into the Fire, maybe Greta Van Fleet, like something
Nice.
really rocking. I don't want people to be sad at my funeral. I want people to be like
Yeah,
shaking it up,
yeah,
having a
yeah.
good time,
Going
good
nuts.
energy. You know what I mean?
I think I'd choose Meshuggah Bleed.
Okay. I don't
Just
think I've
'cause-
heard it.
Do we want to hear it?
Yeah, it's like the most double kicks you'll ever hear in like 6 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very on the heavier side of
Oh yeah,
things.
I'm going out heavy.
Matty Rage.
Yeah, fair.
baby. Matty
Yeah.
Rage.
The smoke machine there or something.
Oh yeah.
Get the lasers.
Yeah.
Oh, you get the lasers out.
Yeah. Get the lasers out for sure.
Oh yeah, buddy, lasers.
Lasers at the funeral? That would be
Just get Excision to play.
bring
That
your
works
3D
too.
glass.
Just get Excision to play. What do you want to do for your funeral? I want my funeral to be at Lost Lands.
Yeah. I want
Everyone's
to
on mushrooms, Elevate 360 style, around the coffin.
Oh yeah,
Around the coffin. Yeah.
Just like on the decks, on the
Yeah,
coffin,
yeah,
on the
yeah.
coffin. Dope,
Yeah.
dude.
I think
that would be a
for
good
sure.
idea.
That's a good idea.
I wouldn't mind like a Hunter S. Thompson style. You guys know who that is? He's
Don't
like
think so.
like an old author, like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas was like his story. He got shot out of a cannon. His ashes, he was cremated, and then he was like, "I
You're
want to be
kidding.
shot out of a cannon over my ranch in like
I don't blame
Mexico
you.
or something." So
Sick.
I think that'd be a cool way to do it.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah, pretty extreme. He was an extreme kind of guy.
That's right.
This one's a little bit more Banff related. How do you guys feel about the Banff pedestrian closure? We've had a lot of kind of people more our age coming in. I want to get your perspective, being younger dudes.
Like
You
as
guys
in
enjoy
them
it?
closing it for...
Yeah, so there's a
The
there's
patios
a vote.
and stuff?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
vote that's going down. A lot of townspeople, myself included, I'm not a huge fan of it being closed. I feel like there's other options for it being closed all the time. Well, How
Yeah.
do you guys feel about it? Do you like it? Do you have it? Do you care
Yeah.
about it at all? Are you just like whatever? Or?
I do really like it.
Yeah, fair enough, man.
Like,
Nice, nice.
step on
I
anyone's
want to
toes
hear
or
both
anything.
sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Like, why do you love it? What attracts you to it?
I just think like it's just like it sounds a bit cheesy, but like every now and then I'll just be like walking through town or something, or just be like on a patio having beers with the boys and just look, kind of like step back for a minute and like look around, and it just feels like you're in a movie because it's just like you got Cascade in the background, and
Yeah,
you've
no,
got people just all wandering through the streets, and you got group of mates having beers on the right side, and then like 15 meters up you got another group of mates.
True.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like up and around and stuff. And I think as well, like it's, I suppose, a little bit biased because it's like for us, kind of like tourists, right? We're here for 2 years, and we just want to be able to like party as much as we can. and
Yeah,
always
fair
have stuff
enough,
to do. So I suppose it's like it being closed doesn't really have as much of a like impact on us because
Yeah,
we just
fair.
have bikes, right? We
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
cars and
It's
that
true.
have grown up here and
Yeah.
have to kind of deal with seeing it change and put up with a lot of congestion that it causes and stuff.
Well, even then, like, you don't have to apologize for your opinion. Your opinion is valid. Like,
Yeah.
you do represent a big number of people that live in the town of Banff, and probably a big number of people that listen to this show as well, right? So I think that's like, it would be unfair on our behalf to only show people that are against it or that share our beliefs. So, like,
Yeah,
great
it's
point,
like-
man. Like, it does have more of an impact. You're out there enjoying the town. It does look very cool, honestly. Yeah, you bring the movie set thing. Like, yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know. My idea is like maybe just the weekends, right? Like, why does it have to go?
Yeah.
Anyways, what about yourself?
Doesn't really bother me either way.
Either way. Yeah.
I do think though, for a lot of businesses in town, especially in the summer, ones like high rollers, they get a lot of traffic during the winter, but in the summer, no one really wants to be down in that dungeon.
True.
So I think having that patio option for them is kind of a lifesaver.
Okay.
I think
point.
that's
I
probably
didn't
the
even think of it
same
that
with a
way.
lot of those kind of venues.
Very
I think
true.
it's a good thing for them for sure. And the servers and the hosts there as well.
Yeah. Like maybe a little bit more income for a place that doesn't see a date. Well, they'll see it at nighttime, but daytime. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
Very
That's a good
valid
point,
point.
actually, yeah.
So,
Cool.
Yeah, excellent. Where can people catch you next? You said we got Discotheque coming up.
Discotheque Thursday. I sadly won't be here. My family's here visiting. We're going to Jasper.
Fair.
Mikey will be there. Got a few good names on the lineup. We got Hops,
Cool.
Palf, Adam W.
Did I see Segu on there as
Segu,
well?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. And that's this Thursday coming up.
This
you said,
Thursday
at
coming.
Melissa's?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Yeah.
So many DJs in town. I never realized how many there were.
Stupid amount of
Yeah,
DJs in
that's
town.
so many.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome. Everyone's kind of feeding off each other, getting together to do these
Yeah.
events. I think is important, right?
Yeah, no
like
doubt.
sharing fan bases and exposing fan bases to
Yeah.
different music. Like
Yeah,
someone
spot
might go
on.
see, might be there to see Bunny Hops, but loves a track that you guys played or that you
Yeah.
guys produced or something like that. So I think that's super cool that you guys are kind of opening the door to share the light with others. It's kind of nice, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%.
Yeah, big
Everyone
time.
like works really well together in town. I think. I mean, at least for me, I've never felt like anything's gone like territorial or
No,
like,
not at all.
any bad energy. Like
Yeah.
everyone's like, especially with like the Mission Echo events and the Our House events, like just getting like fresh people on the lineup every time
For sure.
and just like getting everyone in and amongst it.
Cool.
Is sick, and everyone's like super supportive of each other. Here.
Yeah.
Love it, man.
It's a mad vibe, though. Like, you can't be a dick here. Like, it's the
doesn't-
same, it's the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
thing when you're, getting a job. Like, you get fired from 4 or 5 places. Like, you're going to fuck yourself right over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too small for that, man. Like,
True.
you got to chill. Like, I don't know. It's just a different vibe here, right?
I would agree with you
Yeah.
there. Definitely. Right on, gentlemen. Well, I think that's all we got for today. Thank you so much for taking the time to come in and chat with us. I know I'm looking forward to checking out an Elevate 360 event.
Yeah.
Might catch me at the Discotheque, hopefully,
Yeah,
if I
sweet.
can have time. I got some family coming in town. See, my partner's family's coming to visit for the first time, so
Bring me
I'm
out.
in the same
get
boat.
it
as
in.
you.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll go shake
yeah.
off the beach bar. That'd be awesome.
Loosen those hips up.
Right on. Well, thanks again. We're going to cut back to the show, guys. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Everyone, go check them out. Give them a follow on Facebook, Instagram. You guys want to plug your Instagrams real quick before we go?
It's just BusX Music.
Mike Webb.
So go
Webb.
give them a
Easy
follow, give them a like and follow. Go check out the events. Thanks again for coming in, boys. It's been
Thanks for
absolute
having us.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Appreciate it,
Thanks,
guys.
boys.
Cheers.
Awesome.
All right, welcome back to the live show. Great stuff from the boys. What do
No
you think,
doubt.
Matt?
Oh, hell yeah, man. Those guys were, they were fun. They let me in on some good information as to what's going on in the club scene here, man. Those events look fucking sweet. I'm going to have to get up to one of those.
When I left, I was like, I would hang out with those dudes. Like, they're
Oh, yeah,
pretty
no
cool.
doubt.
So thanks a lot for coming by. Big thanks again to BusX, to Mike Webb. You guys might know BusX as Eamon. Go give them a follow on Facebook, Instagram. I think they're mostly based on Instagram, so go check them out there. That's where you can find all their promo stuff and links to events like the latest one, which is...
Oh, yeah, let's go.
So the next one that they got is coming up. It's going to be June 20th, called the Discotheque. They're going to have Palf, they're going to have Mike Webb, Bunny Hops, Segu, and Adam W. So that's going to be
doubt.
Thursday, June the 20th. If you're feeling some disco, some dance music, go check them out at Melissa's.
Hell yeah, this should be a good night, man. Also, they've got what looks to be here like a little opportunity to win some cash.
Yeah, so they got a huge giveaway going on with Buy Hendo. Got to give Buy Hendo a big shout out. So at the Discotheque on June 20th, you purchase a Buy Hendo beverage, which is a drink highlight or L cocktails. They'll give you a ticket, you keep it, you stick around, and at 1:30 a.m. they're going to be giving away $250 cash, so you can go have a extra party.
Yeah, bam, there you go. It's that looks like a good deal, man. So you go see a DJ, and you come home with like $250 cash.
That sounds like it pays for your night.
Oh hell yeah, dude! That is a good night out. I mean, probably most of that 250 wouldn't come home with whoever wins it that night. I'm sure most of it's going to be spent before it's the end of the night. But there you go. So you got chance to win some cash, see some great DJs, go support the boys. Yeah, man, we got to get out to one of those events. Maybe we'll try to get out to the next one and do a little networking.
I'd love to, man.
Right.
I mean, that party looks sick. Even though I'm not into the drinking anymore, just go have a little shake and a dance.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think I'm back ready to go explore the nightlife again as like a sober dude, you know? Like
Nice.
it doesn't bother me anymore. I do golf tournaments and stuff all the time. So like why not a night dancing like at a club style? Like I feel like it's the only thing I really haven't done.
Go grab a couple of mocktails and yeah.
Shirley Temple on the D floor. Why not?
Bro, Shirley Temps. I haven't had a Shirley. So this is Shirley Temps was like my childhood Swish LA drink. Like
oh, for sure.
you go to Swish LA and you're just like, bro, give me that Shirley Temps. Heavy on the Temps.
Heavy.
Oh,
extra
bro.
cherries so I can eat those before the appetizer gets here for sure.
Big time. Big time. All right. Well, moving along. Just thanks again to Elevate 360. Those guys are killing it. But let's get to some friggin' Facebook posts.
Yeah, we got some Overheard posts this week.
All right. So first one here is we all know the dollar store opened this week. Let's
Bang
go,
it.
dude. This one reads green dollar store bags were the swag of today in Banff. Saw so many folks carrying them. Just shows how desperate we are for affordability. P.S. Remember to bring your own bags.
So, yeah, I guess
Good point.
Dollarama just opened up. Tons of affordable stuff. Now, I did read through the comments. Some people were going off about how the quality of the products there are so bad and filled with toxins or whatever. But I mean, if I'm buying a can opener or something, I don't really care to pay more than like $2 or $3
Well,
for
dude,
it.
I went in there yesterday and even Doritos, they had like full-size bag of Doritos for $3. So why are they $8 at the store over here?
Wild,
Yeah, I'm not
dude.
even kidding. Full-size bag of Doritos, full-size bag of hickory sticks, $3.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, dude. Like I went in there and I got a pop, like a full-size Mountain Dew and a small bag of fucking dill pickle chips for $3.40.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I knew they had
you can't
food
even-
there.
That's more than the Mountain Dew across the street.
100%.
Alone.
Yeah,
So I'm
like
pretty
even
much
at the
just,
grocery store.
I'm pretty much just going there for snacks now. I don't think they have a whole lot of produce or anything. Not that I saw.
Yeah, I don't think they produce is
But,
their game. It's mostly like non-perishables. But yeah, hey, Dollarama's open. If you're looking to save some coin, finally a nice new affordable option. I know like dollar store, no one thinks about it for like food and stuff. But I guess hey, if they got some cheap munchies.
Check
dog.
this out. This is a picture of the lineup at Dollarama like the day it opened.
Yo, it is full
So
and packing.
you can see that like people are fucking stoked on it, man. Like we just don't have anything affordable in town as far as like household stuff goes. You know
For
what I
sure.
mean? Like it just doesn't exist. But
So for those that are listening in, there's like a picture here that was taken of the lineup on the opening day. And it's like zigzagging. I want to say at least 20, 30 people in line to check out. So
yeah, it's awesome.
right on. People need some affordable options. Looks like we have some coming out of the town of Banff. And you know, if these places get more business, they will probably have more of them.
No
You know
doubt.
what I mean?
No
So, yeah, you kind of control what happens with where you spend your money, you know?
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah, affordable options have started.
Hell yeah. But well, this next post is a little different vibe. This one is kind of scary, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Again, this is kind of we'll cut to it. We'll dive a little bit more in. So this one is a bit of a read. I'm going to pull it up on my phone here just so I can read it a little bit with more attention to detail. This was posted on Overheard and Banff. Some pretty scary stuff coming out of the town, which does happen every now and again. Like we are a town that goes out quite a bit. There's lots of drinking going on. There's lots of interaction with people that you've just met. So this post goes on to read, all women please read. I'm posting this message as a reminder for women to remember to practice safe dating precautions. Something really frightening happened to me 2 nights ago, and I'm posting this to remind our community to try their best to stay safe. I was FaceTiming with a guy from Calgary whom I had matched with on Tinder. All seemed fine, no obvious red flags. We went out on our first date here in Banff. He said he, in fact, had been abused by his narcissistic ex. He had me believe he was someone completely different. trying to make me feel like I could trust him. No signs he was mentally unstable at any point. We went back to mine after spending the night out together. His demeanor immediately changed once inside my apartment. He became angry and confrontational, started screaming at me. It took me 15 minutes to get him to finally leave. I felt very out of control, scared, shocked. The next day, I discovered he slashed all 4 of my tires on my SUV. Right? That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
This means he had a concealed weapon on him the entire time, which is
Even more fucked up.
wild to think about for sure. He also stole my change purse from my table. I'm filing a police report. This was a big wake-up call to be cautious because you may be with someone who is unstable and dangerous. The level of anger and violence displayed is extremely alarming, seeing as though we only had been talking for a couple of weeks. Please be safe out there. Goes on to say that she contacted the RCMP and filed a police report and all this stuff. A bunch of the comments right when I read this were going off like, expose this guy, post this picture. The post has been updated with a picture, so I do urge all ladies to go out there.
Right.
Go on Overheard and Banff. You can find the picture. I just don't feel comfortable blasting it.
No, yeah, that's I don't know if that's a TOS breach or not. I would assume so. So we made the call not to chance the YouTube strike on that one. So
For
head over to the Overheard Banff page, find out who this creepo is, and stay the fuck away from him because yeah, that's fucked.
Well, the positive note is, being that he stole on the way out, that's an even like a bigger charge. So there probably will be more precaution in that sense. So that,
big deal.
Silver lining. Good on the OP for sharing her story and making the community aware of this.
No doubt.
Violence against women is something that's even prevalent in our community.
Well, and a lot of people there's so much weird stuff that just gets kind of swept under the rug in Banff.
100%.
It's just for publicity reasons. Like this will not make it to the newspaper at all whatsoever.
Probably not.
But if this was a regular town, it'd be like, oh yeah, like it's just I don't know. It's weird, but somebody's got to do something about it. So thank you to the OP, of course,
Definitely
for putting that up for everybody as I guess both a cautionary tale and putting that dick on blast.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck that kid.
A couple of the comments kind of went on to read and kind of sharing some tips for just like some safe dating practices if you are in that realm. One of the posts I thought that was pretty smart was like installing like a 3-date minimum. Like they wouldn't bring anyone to their home unless they've been on 3 dates and interacted with them for a certain amount of time. Like
even for dudes, it's like you don't know what that chick's like. You don't know what that chick could like walk off with. Half of my guitars like walk off with a bunch of mics and like studio stuff. You don't know. I don't know. Like it's you never know, especially in a town like this where everybody's from somewhere else, right?
For sure. And I think that we're pretty trusting as a community, especially when we're out kind of on the town having a good time, to kind of let people into our homes without thinking the worst. But yeah.
Well, it's just because our community is such a laid back vibe, right? Like everybody here kind of knows each other, so it's like you never really have that with like other people in town. I guess it always seems like it's just some dickhead from somewhere else.
Yeah,
that's just like got to come in and do weird shit. It's just I don't know.
Like who carries a knife, anyways?
Yeah, I know. Like you're downtown. Like I don't know. It's
so. Anyways. Yeah, keep your wits out there, man or women. Just know who you're bringing into your living space, right? I think that's kind of what this post is trying to highlight.
Like let a homie know or something that you're going on a date with someone from Tinder tonight.
100%.
Like
another comment that was said was when I think it was a female that was posting this comment, and she's like, I always let the person that I'm going on a date with for the first time know that I've told people that I'm here. And she can like gauge their reaction. Like if they seem upset that they've told someone I'm here, well, that's a huge red flag. Like I'm out of there.
I had someone actually the other day, it was Father's Day, and someone in VR was like, Happy Father's Day. I'm like, what? What a dad? And they're like, nice, good answer.
Nice.
I was like, you dick. They tricked me right up.
Smart play.
I'm like cat dad, I guess. But yeah, that's scary. But let's move on to some later stuff. Get back to the old the funnies here.
We do have to, cover some serious stuff from time to time, and this is very serious. So once again, thank you to the original poster. Keep your wits out there. Be safe, everyone.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's a good one. This one is took my mate up tunnel to show him the view. I think this was probably yesterday while it was snowing. For all the listeners out there, This is a picture of the top of or from the top of Tunnel Mountain, and they're looking out just at a complete whiteout of snow. But their buddy's holding his cell phone up in front so you can see what it's supposed to look like. It's absolutely hilarious. I don't know who did this, but it was awesome.
Yeah, so this was definitely last night.
Oh, yeah, big time.
We had some huge snow clouds coming in. I guess they picked the wrong time to go see Tunnel. Someone's holding up a picture of the actual view, which is hilarious. That's a great little little shot. So thank you, whoever captured that moment.
Oh, no doubt, Malak. That's absolutely pure gold. It's probably the choicest post on the
I would
on
say
Overheard this
so.
week.
Inopportune moment, but yeah, you made the best of it. So big shout out to you. Thank you for posting that up for us.
Actually, the next post is almost just as good. Like, I'm gonna say this is probably, I don't know, as good. Check this out.
The boys are back in town.
Oh man!
So this one here, Overheard and Banff, we got the most jacked up truck I've ever
This
seen.
thing is absolutely wild. It looks like a semi with just a dually bed on it. It's fucking wild.
It looks like one of the toys you would get as a child, but in like real human size.
Oh, you'd be
It's
like-
insane.
You'd be like,
Hot Wheels.
look
or
how
something.
cool my twuck is. I got the coolest twuck. Your twuck sucks. Yours is just black. My twuck is black and orange and silver and has truck stacks on it and has a roll cage and has mud flaps and has dualies.
Yeah, so we're just about there. I don't know.
Semi with dwarfism is what Malak said. Oh God, you're
Big
not wrong,
shout out
Malak.
to the chat. You are on point with that.
Oh yeah, the chat's on fire today. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, if you haven't seen them yet, they are definitely coming. I think the kids get off school like next week, like the 20th or something like that.
Oh yeah, they'll have like the biggest jack trucks
Yeah,
you'll see.
so-
I saw one actually the other day that like the rims must have been out. Like the edge of the rim was probably out like a foot from the body where
That's insane.
I'm like, why did you put what? I don't get
Terrible
it.
gas mileage.
It just I don't get it. I just don't understand the. I'm just whatever.
Semi with dwarfism. Nailed it.
Moving on to what do we got here? Oh, this guy looks like we got another scammer. You know we love calling them out.
Freaking scam alert, scam alert.
Scam
We
alert.
have a profile by the name of Elizabeth Ainsling with the most wholesome looking display picture.
They got that picture from Christian Mingle.
100%. Big red flag.
There's no fucking way. They went on Christian Mingle, got that picture, and they're like, "This looks wholesome. We can rip people off for a couch."
It's a beautiful couch. That's the thing
is.
too. Like if you notice, like the pictures that these scammers use always
Well, and
make
they-
the item look immaculate
Well,
for
the-
a super low price.
And they joined in 2024. It's just like you just
Good
yeah,
call.
like
Yeah.
they're just joining to scam people. You can tell, man. It's a thing. We get it all the friggin' time.
Yeah, keep your wits out there especially for a deal.
Anyone see that low flying plane? There
Oh,
was
boy.
must have been like 10, 15 posts about it. It was awesome.
That blew up like right away. It was super low. We'll cut to the next slide. We got a little picture of it.
Oh yeah, somebody caught one of it. It looks like flying right over their house. Look at yeah, it was an AC 130 Hercules doing a low pass, prepping for the G8 summit. I totally forgot that was coming, and that we will have some massive military presence as far as planes and fighter jets and
I don't think it's till next year, but I think
Yeah.
they do start planning quite a bit in ahead. So this might have something to do with it. There are some military bases close by up north. So yeah, we actually have a coworker. Big shout out to Steph, who's kind of training to become a pilot.
Oh,
and
right.
That's one of the things. Like they have to train in mountainous conditions because it affects the airstreams.
oh, it does. Yeah,
right.
it's
so
wild.
like,
yeah. Yeah, flying out here like the it's just the draft. You get like the updraft up.
Yeah,
the,
for sure. I mean, the winds are crazy here in the mountains. So, yeah,
Oh,
they're
hell
just
yeah.
doing some training. It was kind of cool to see them fly so low and hear them. It was pretty wild stuff.
Oh, no doubt. All right. Well, last one of the day here, buddy. Let's get it.
Oh, right. Yeah, this
Yeah,
one. The
let's go.
last one of the day is Rude Girls Monthly Meetup. So they're going to do a meetup for women or people that identify as women, LGBTQ plus. They're all welcome. Go and hang out with the ladies.
Yeah, go
skate.
Go shred it up, dude.
For
First like
sure.
6 to 9. That is not tonight. That post was from last week. It is not happening tonight.
No.
But, it's one. They do it one Wednesday out of the month. Each month, I think they just pick a Wednesday and they throw it up on the on the old Insta or the Facebook, and yeah, go meet up with the girls.
I did see some comments asking like, "Oh, when is it? Like, what Wednesday?" And I think you got to follow the Rude Girls Shop account. So go give them a follow on Instagram.
Big time.
And they're gonna post kind of when it is on a month-to-month basis, because obviously it's gonna be weather dependent. There's gonna be a few factors involved there. But what a cool idea to just get the ladies together for the summer.
Yeah, they do it up at Sunshine too for the winter, man.
Yeah, it's true. They do it in the winter all the
And
time.
they do it in the winter at Shine as well. It's awesome.
Big shout out to Rude Boys. Big shout out to I think it was Corey putting that on. So big shout out to Corey, big part of the community, helping women get into skateboarding. Is that all we got for today, or
Buddy,
what?
That is all we got today. Watch this.
That's all we got.
We're back to the main screen.
Back to the main screen. All right. I got a couple of other notes that I got to kind of go through. Earlier this week, I was serving at work at the Grizzly House. Big shout out to the Grizzly House, hedonist. I served some people from the opera program at the Banff Center. And we got to chit-chatting. The Banff Center, obviously a place for arts, place for creativity. They happen to run the opera program, which like I'm not really too well-versed in opera, I would say. But they let me know about an event that they're doing on June 28th at the Legion.
Cool.
So if you're looking to get into opera, something that you like, something you enjoy, you've always listened to it, you say, hey, maybe I want to give it a go with a bit of coaching. They have a public night that's going on June 28th at the Legion. And I thought that was super cool. I was like, yeah, I'll let our people know about it. So if you're interested in that, you want to learn maybe some different vocal techniques for yourself.
There you go.
Yeah, go and give them a shout. Or you're probably going to have some great performances in there. Something new, something different to go see in the town of Banff. And lastly, another little announcement that we have.
June. That's me clicking buttons like an idiot.
That's all right. So the last little announcement that we got, and probably one of the more important ones, on June 25th, there's going to be a very, very special event going down at the Cascade Ponds, man.
Oh, what's going down?
It's Billy Irwin's 50th birthday.
Billy Irwin. Who's Billy Irwin?
Billy from work, dude.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I've been talking to the people at work. I figured I would invite the whole town because Billy is a freaking legend.
You just put him on. You just put his birthday out just for everybody.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's an open invite to the whole town of Banff to go down to the Cascade Ponds on June 25th in the afternoon to go celebrate our boy Billy Irwin's 50th birthday.
He's 50?
Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, he's turned 50, man.
Damn.
I wouldn't give him 50, never.
No.
Big shout out to Billy. If you're out and about, it's going to be a beautiful day on June 25th, I heard. Even if you're just rolling by, just give him a shout. I'll be like, oh, whoop, whoop, what up, Billy? Happy birthday.
Well, Malak also said,
that's my B-Day too. Look at that.
Let's go, Pete Canada. Let's go.
Right on. So there might be multiple parties going on at the Cascade Ponds. We'll see you all down there. I know I'm going to be there.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll try. What day of the week is that?
I think it is a Tuesday, my friend. So I'll be there before the pod.
We'll be there.
For sure. A little bit about our next week's guest. Next week, we got my girl Cheryl coming by. I used to work with Cheryl when I spent some time with BHC. She's done tons of philanthropy in the town of Banff.
Cool.
Huge fundraiser. She put on the Movember events for...
Oh, Cheryl's absolutely a legend, man. I worked with her at Coyotes for a bit there, and she's a fucking legend.
So not the first time we brought her up on the pod. I think we talked to her about her on the Zach Andrews episode as well. She's going to be joining us live next week to talk about fundraising in the town of Banff, talk about marathon running. That's something that she's got into. I keep seeing her post about all these different marathons. So if you're interested in that, definitely tune in. And of course, she's just a super nice person. I've known her for years. Awesome. Big part of the town of Banff. So we're very excited to have her joining us next week.
Hell yeah, buddy.
And that's all we got for you today. I'm going to go back to the Legion and join our staff party again.
Nice. And I'm going to go immediately play a DJ set right after I did a real set last night and break my neck even more.
So Matt got some new decks. I don't know if he brought it up. Maybe in the interview, I think you brought it up. But so yeah, Matt's going to cut loose and go play a set in VR. So if you're out listening in VR, go check him out. He's going to be spinning some hard bass, I would say.
Oh, dude, it's going to be metal step and tear out and rhythm.
And I'm going to head to the Legion for some hockey and some drinky poos with my pally poos from work. So yeah, that's it. That's all we got for you today. Tune in next week for us and Cheryl. And like every week,
See you next Tuesday.
Bye, bye, bye.